Gravitation Class 9 NCERT. First of all, let us discuss about what is gravity. This is a force of attraction between objects. When we consider Earth as an object, it will attract all the objects towards its center. This is called as a gravitational force of Earth. When there is no gravitational force on Earth, all the objects that are fixed on the surface of the Earth may floating off into the space. Our next topic is centripetal force. A force that keeps the object moving in a circular path with acceleration and the force is acting towards the center. This kind of force is called a centripetal force. When we consider Earth and Moon, the Moon is rotating around the Earth. This is because of the centripetal force. This centripetal force is provided by the force of attraction of Earth. That means the gravity. If there is no such gravity or centripetal force, the Moon will pursue in a uniform straight line motion. Our next topic is universal law of gravitation. In the previous slide, we discussed about the force of attraction between two objects in the universe. We can measure this force of attraction, that is the gravitational force. We can measure by using this universal law of gravitation. In this law, it is stated that the force will be directly proportional to the product of the two objects' masses and inversely proportional to the distance between them. And moreover, that the force is along the line joining the centers of the two objects, as it is shown in this figure. According to the universal law of gravitation, we can say that the force of attraction F is directly proportional to m into m, the product of masses. And we can say again, F is inversely proportional to the distance square. That is, F is proportional to 1 divided by distance square. But when combining these two equations, we will get F proportional to m into m divided by d square. Then if we change the proportionality sign to equality, we can use the universal gravitational constant and we will get F equal to g into m divided by d square. The next one is importance of the universal law of gravitation. Some examples are given here. The first one is the force that binds us to the earth. Without this gravitational force, we cannot stand in the surface of the earth. The second one is the motion of the moon around the earth, the motion of planets around the sun, and the last, the tides due to moon and the sun. Next one is free fall. When we are dropping some object from a certain height to the surface of the earth, and only because of the gravitational force it is dropping, then we can say that it is a free fall. During the free fall time, the velocity changes, so we can say that there would be an acceleration. This type of acceleration is called as acceleration due to gravity. Here in this section, we are discussing about how to calculate the value of g, that is the acceleration due to gravity. For that, we take two equations from a law of motion and gravitational force equation. From the law of second motion, we know that F is equal to ma, and by using the gravitational force equation, F is equal to g into m divided by d square. By combining these two equations, we got g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. In the previous session, we discussed about acceleration due to gravity. When we consider the free fall of an object, then the acceleration due to gravity will be independent of that object mass. This means that all the objects should fall at the same rate. Even if it is a heavier object or the lighter object, it will fall at the same rate. What is mass? It is a measure of amount of matter inside an object. It won't change from place to place. It will be constant everywhere. Weight, it is a force of attraction of the earth on an object. We can find out the value of weight by multiplying mass and the acceleration due to gravity. When we consider mass or the weight of an object, mass of an object remains same everywhere, but when we consider weight, it will depends on the location because weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. This acceleration due to gravity is depends on location. That's why the weight is depends on the location also. Let us find out the weight of an object on the moon. It is nothing but the force with which the moon attract that object. That is the weight of an object on the moon. The mass of the moon is less than that of the earth when we compare moon and earth. That's why the moon exerts lesser force of attraction on the objects. Weight of object on the moon will be equal to 1 by 6 times its weight on earth. Thrust and pressure. Thrust means the force acting on an object perpendicular to the surface. When we consider this hammer and a nail, when we hit this nail by using this hammer, the perpendicular force acting on this nail is called as thrust. The thrust on unit area is called as pressure. Buoyancy is the upward force exerted by the water on the immersed object. Its magnitude is depends on the density of that fluid. Discuss about why some objects are sinking and some objects are floating on the surface of the water. This is because the objects of density less than that of the liquid will float, and objects of density greater than that of the liquid that will sink. Our last topic is Archimedes' principle. It states that when a body is immersed fully or partially in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of the fluid that displaced by it.